Alright, I'm live again. I, I suck at this. Yeah, let's see if this goes. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Hey, Julie. Oh, the internet here sucks. I gotta get this shit fixed. Aw. And I had people joining, and they were all having fun. And then womp womp womp. I need to get some toenail clippers. What do you think? Is my thumb long enough? My thumbnail? Look at that guy, you can see it. Hey, Go Fish. Welcome back. I don't know how many people are going to rejoin. I imagine quite a few will, but it's whatever. Are my earbuds in here? Yes, I need to charge these guys. I love these earbuds, but they don't sponsor my show. So, no glove, no love. I'm here, but nowhere near as drunk as I should be. Well, I don't know. We can test that. Emmy, send me a picture of your boobs. Stat. This is just a drunk test, and I'm just. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not. I don't. Not. It, sometimes I just go with the first thing that pops in my head, like, hey, that's a stupid drunk question you ask people. But, you know, I apologize. I'm dropping frames now. That's kind of neat. That's not happening. See? You're not drunk. Okay. Um, this falls back on when we were talking about getting blackout drunk. You're a handsome young man. That better clarification? It is. Thank you very much. Uh, I'm just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs up here. It's okay though. I'm a weirdo. Um, no, but this goes back to what we were talking about getting blackout drunk, and I never understood the reason why. I was watching Joe Rogan's podcast, and they were talking about it, but essentially it's your hippocampus. It's in there that just stops recording. So all memory goes to your hippocampus to be stored. And a good way to test to see if someone's blackout drunk, and I've said this before, is essentially ask them the same question over and over again. And if they get annoyed with you for asking it, they're not blackout drunk. But if they just keep answering the same question over and over again, chances are you can steal their wallet, and they won't remember. Oh, that's where my wallet went. No, I'm not. I'm not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's fine. I mean, I'm not, jumping off the walls or anything. I don't need to be heavily medicated, so that's good. Um, I'm dropping frames now. That's good. Watching two streams. Hey, Amateur Aquatics. Um, Mr. Zen. How you doing, Mr. Zen? I don't think I know you, because you're not a moderator in my channel. But you are now. Let's go to Mr. Zen's stream. I'm just going to put on some Burt's Bees here, as if there was any question about it. Burt's Bees. How you doing, Catherine Meredith? You're just you're in the Burt's Bees portion of the stream. We're just so good on the lips. You know it's Burt's Bees, 'cause it's got the two little buzzes on it. Check out them melons. That's Zen's husband. Oh, how you doing, Zen? That makes sense now. How you doing, Mr. Zen? Bert's Bay time, yay! I really think that those guys should sponsor me, cause you'll see Burt's Bees on your streams now or your feeds, and then you'll think of me. Um, well, you're welcome, Mr. Zen. So I hate to talk business on a stream. Did I come in too late? No, this is part two of the stream I was just opening up. So really, this is like point 0.5 into the other stream. I am good, actually. Thank you. I'm sorry. So let me get this idea or this thought out of my head. I hate to talk business on streams, but I understand you're an artiste, Mr. Zen. Oh, man, I'm dropping frames hardcore now. Get drunk. I gotta work tomorrow. But you know what? I might pour some Captain Morgan in there. I got some. Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Maybe this weekend I will. Part one was very, very short. Oh, yeah, it was because the internet here just went. It just went away. I think I was funnier in the first one. Now I'm a lot less funny now, so it's fine. I flashed my titties on the first one. I mean they're moobs, man boobs. But he did Zen's thumbnail. Well, I have dabbled. wait, I'm gonna do the. Well, I have dabbled a little bit. Just that. I'm sorry. No, that is awesome. Cause Zen has a really really cool thumbnail. Did I hear drunk stream this weekend? Just love to draw. Well, you know what? I have people in my Discord, and I know you're in there. If you check out the art section, I have some really talented artists, and all of my users love to see beautiful art. So if you're willing to share, um, and I will get with you, and we'll do some stuff. Hashtag tiny man nipples. They are seriously really small. Look at these things. I am I'm like 6 feet or something and like almost 200 pounds, and I get tiny mandibles. The fuck is that? Hey, Chevy. Uh, people are just logging in and they see this. Like, what did I come into? Apparently, no one can see Mike Lombardo's baby pictures anymore. Haha, you're right because everybody's on timeout from Mike Lombardo's baby pictures because someone posted some very not safe for life work, and I didn't like it. Go Fish, you should post in the art section. Everybody's they just, they love the art, and I only really have a couple artists that post in there. Um, Really, just Blue Jay Jitsu and our resident artist Morishige. Julie posts some in there, and yeah, some other people have posted. Oh, I saw that. Oh, um, yeah, some really talented people have posted really beautiful art in there, and it's not a thing that anybody takes. I got to see Drunk Chappy's last stream before it got deleted. Oh man. Oh, how was that? Oh, because I go nuts. Zen Ginger with the awesome messages. If you would like, some of the merchant. Well, you can't really see it. I'm wearing the shirt. Oh, wrong side. It's the creepiest thing you could ever say to somebody. It's don't turn around. That really is the creepiest 3-word sentence you could ever say to anybody, and I'm dropping frames hardcore. My computer this weekend is going to get some love. I'm going to disassemble it and clean it with alcohol and Q-tips, the ones you put in your ear. Oh, I love that feeling. Oh, it's wonderful. Entertaining. Did you delete it, Chappy? Do I delete my drunk streams? I hide them and delete them, yes, because... yeah. Chappy, Bella, and Julie are sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, and then comes marriage, and then comes the baby, and he fell out of the fucking tree. Oh, goddamn, someone call the cops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why were they in a fucking tree? And they were up there for so long. I don't know. Love your shirt. Who's Bella? Oh, my nose. Oh. Want your own Don't Turn Around t-shirt? There you go. Okay, be back soon. You be back soon. Look forward to it. And you don't have to do that. I just like when people are just here and chat. Yeah, I was about to ask who Bella was. Well, the only reason Julie would be in a tree is to save one of her 6,734,245 cats. Oh Lord, Chappy, Bella. Like Bella, like Italian? I put a portrait of Zen's grandfather in the art gallery. I'm in the art gallery right now. Holy crap. And how do I post given an inappropriate... there we go. Wow. Yeah. That's pretty amazing. Just wait. Bella Lugosi? Surprised? Yeah. Um, you know what? It's like I haven't been on in a couple days. He's like, screw this. I haven't been able to get my creepy story fix, man. I gotta get it. He's been going to Mr. Creepy Pasta for the good stuff. He's tired of my sad freaking creepy pastas that are poorly spoken. He's like, I'm just gonna go straight for he probably OD'd on Mr. Creepy Pasta stuff. You know, I'm really just a gateway drug. Miss Mel, what's today's theme? Well, let's think. Master Chief is screwed. CC Games. Let's find a theme. Creepy pasta. I don't even know if I'll do a theme today. But Miss Mel, I was telling people earlier about the smudges at work. Did someone send me something to my email? Somebody sent me pictures. Yes, they did. Who's Bella? Which I'm so bad with. That's Bella. Bella, just regular Bella. Yeah. Well, you freaking I don't know. Is Bella in here? I didn't see. Bella did send me a picture. I just I just saw it. Oh man. I forgot that I did that. Then I remembered. I heard her say she wants a demon inside her or something. LOL. Um, I mean, I don't know if I'm doing demons. Uh, um, I don't know if I'm good for it. Just regular, just regular. That's all I am. Super unleaded, maybe. Not demon brand. I think that's like E85. And for your nightly vape trick, there you go. Because people that smoke vape don't do fucking tricks because we're adults and not fire breathing dragons. uh, anyways, Chappy's so basic. I'm a, I'm, I'm a basic bitch. I really am. It's okay. So if y'all want to know who left the this mark on my on the rotating door, you just ask the chat room who it was. Anyways, my old my old home videos showed me a life I never lived. Sounds like someone's got amnesia. Chappy is cool. Chappy is awesome. And I don't even pay these people to do this. This is, I'm just, whenever I'm feeling down, I'm just going to stream and put on a brave face. and, um, Chappy's basic. Oh, guys, y'all are too nice to me. Unless you're saying ironically, then y'all are effing funny because that's pretty good. Snitches get stitches. That's right. Ooh. Oh, I think I read this one. Yeah, it's so. I burped. That was. No, Miss Mel. Bitches get stitches and end up in ditches. Chappie is the Burt's Bees king. That's right. Because you got to make sure you use your Burt's Bees. We're just messing with you, Chappie. It's fine. Oh, so I'm not awesome. That's that's a lot to live up for. Live up to. Live up for. I don't. English. Words are hard. You know, words are hard. Oh yeah, I did read this one. Yeah. Yeah, the one with it started off real creepy, and then the last line was ho ho ho. Dude, what's up with your burping lately? I don't know. I don't know. A cat in the dark. Let's see how long this one is. Nope. That cat's gonna stay in the dark. My father punched me when I talked to ghosts. Oh yeah, I tried reading that one. I didn't like it. I just couldn't read it. First day of school. Krampus. I love me some Krampus. Do you love some Krampus? If that's not a creepy, let's fix the mustache. I do this entirely too much because I don't use enough wax on my mustache. Um, I'm into all things dark and twisted. Snitches get stitches. That's right. I'm not gonna say anything. Anyways, you guys know that I got called a motherfucker at work yesterday. In all honesty, I did it. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't, and I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I don't. I'm very quiet when I walk, and I'm tall. So everybody's like here for me. So when you turn around, you just see, you know. But this sweet lady I work with, um, she was talking to a coworker of mine, and the coworker saw me. She saw me come up, and she thought this will be kind of funny, because then I stood right behind this little old lady, and she turned around and goes, "Yeah, motherfucker." I didn't say a word. I didn't touch her. I didn't go blah 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 blah. I just stood there, and she called me a motherfucker. It was really funny. Really, really funny. I laughed hard about that one. Anyways, so this one's about Krampus. Heading to bed, to sleep. Night. Good night, go fish. Sweet dreams, and I hope you feel better. Who else is streaming? Is Punchy? Is Punchy streaming? Because she was supposed to feed her fish. Damn it. I'm not getting notifications. Who's streaming? Anybody I know? I suspect Chappy just stands behind innocent co-walkers who are minding their own business and stand there waiting. Chappy does that kind of thing. Did I mention Chappy can be a little bit creepy sometimes? Oh, Punchy's sick? Oh. Well, I hope she gets better. Um, oh. Anyways, I'm gonna read this story. Um, and I gotta do it from my phone because my computer's still wackadoo. Yeah, we can unplug. So let's do this. I'm gonna try to get through this, guys. Each year on December 5th, a person in my hometown is brutally murdered. The police are at a loss. With each victim, a poetic story is left behind. Below are the stories from the past 3 years. Frederick loved to smile, for he was always glad, happy, warm, and gentle. He ever sad. But Frederick had a secret only he knew. This man loved to strangle children, he turned them cold and blue. The townfolk never found them, for he was very smart. Frederick took their corpses and pulled them all apart. It couldn't be a young Frederick, everyone would say. He's a man of God, we'll always see him pray. The cold night came and Frederick rested his head, but soon he heard a scratching underneath his bed. Frederick trembled as he looked, oil lamp in hand. On his bedroom floor the demon had a plan. Away with you, beast, the night is dark and long. You have no business here, for I've done no wrong. Krampus only laughed as he shook his rusty chain. He hung Frederick by his neck until he writhed in pain. The links constricted, digging into skin. Frederick then cried out, praying for his sin. He begged and pleaded until his final breath. With a beautiful snap, Frederick bled to death. Krampus hung him out to dry, and all the townfolk began to cry. But not the children, for now their souls were free, and under Frederick's body the phantoms dancing with glee. Not going to say these things rhyme because I don't tell them to rhyme sometimes. Is there a story to this? Oh, they're just... Yeah, I'm not going to read this anymore. They're poems. They rhyme. I don't like to read rhyming ones. Guys, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, right? Yeah. Gremlins 2? Especially part 2. And Home Alone. What else came out in Christmas? I don't know. Too long. I like Gremlins. Yeah, Gremlins is pretty funny. I watched part 2 the other day, like probably a month or so ago. And it holds up. It holds up pretty good. It's campy. It's just campy enough that makes it fun. Uh, The burps. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I'm a burping maniac. It wasn't reindeer. No, my roommate's awake. Um, I'll tell y'all if I see something creepy. Hey, Seanza, how you doing, Bubba? Welcome to the stream. I suspect I know why I'm dropping frames. And plug that doobly-doo in. Some films are so bad they're good. Oh yeah, I was gonna throw Mr. Zen a subscribe. Cancel. What's up, bud? He heard me. Edward Scissorhands. I mean, I just think, like, how did he wipe his butt? I'm just with the. But yeah. Can someone answer that for me? Come on, iPhone. Man, you just had it loaded. Did I drop? I lost Wi-Fi. No, I didn't. Join Wi-Fi, stupid. Yeah, join it. What's wrong with you? I realize that's probably racist sounding, but that's how I talk to my iPhone. He had the Avon lady do it for him. I bet that was different. I'm just trying to find a story. Don't ruin the magic of Edward Scissorhands Chappy. That dude never got to second base. He never got to second base. Womp womp womp. Ah. It's happy and sad. Let's find some stories. Do 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 do. We're gonna find a story, one for me and you. We're gonna tell some creepy stories so you can't sleep. I know that y'all hear everything I say. Doesn't stop it from coming out. The last laugh. What's the rating on this one? Nope, it's a rhyming one. You should tell a story in that voice. Which one? The one I was singing in? Now I don't know what it was. Chappy, do you realize that you have the most beautiful face? I think the camera just, it does. If you saw me to my face, you'd be like, he's okay. Hmm. Oh. Holy crap. Somebody just sent me a bunch of stories. But looking at the stories, they're like so long. Oh, yeah, or the Burt's Bees. Oh, yeah. It's like a light, creepy voice. We're gonna tell some stories. Na 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 na. I'll see what I can do. So long. Smee. Not Smoo, Smee. Listen to the story there. Offadile. Hmm. I had something pulled up. There it is. Oh, Catherine, I'm sorry I didn't get any creepy stories out for you. If you just stick around for a couple minutes, I'll get you one. I'll get you a real good one. Mm-hmm. You darn tootin'. Let's see what we can find. Incorporeal. If you ever see incorporeal and you didn't know that word, it looks like it just it looks like I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna read this in my Burt's Bees voice. You asked for it, Mr. Zen. LOL. Chappy is single. Chappy is single. He's Chappy's Chappy. Burt space. Okay, let's do a creepy story. This one's called Incorporeal. This gets really tough to do when I start listening to myself tell it. So we're gonna try. But I've done it a few times. I think I got this. Recognition without context. A wall, a painting, a fireplace, a lamp. You see these things and I know them, but I don't know why. Who once told me what a fireplace is and what it's for? How do you recognize it without a memory, and yet having visions in my mind's eye of its crackling with light and warmth? I fear the lighting of it. I fear the lighting of it, for I've been nothing but coldness. I feel as though I'm made of drifts of snow dyed black by shadow and can feel my mind only in the darkness. This is why I sweep through the hallways at night and break the bulbs in low light. I cannot think while they're lit, and I must think. I must find an answer. Something stirs. It's a doll with black hair, dressed in pajamas. I've seen the dolls before. This one's the smallest. It goes into the kitchen and I follow, keeping a reasonable distance. I'm intrigued by the doll and their clockwork movements, in and out of their beds, to and from the doors, sitting at the dining room tables with their plates and cups. Their forms give me an advantage I don't have, and I watch them often. The doll goes to the kitchen while I follow behind. Its tiny body is radiant with sleep, and its shoeless feet make almost no noise as it goes to the refrigerator door and opens it. The light spills out onto the doll and me. I cannot have that. My mind has been focused tonight. Anger and desperation surged within me, bracing me forward as I wrenched the door handle from the little doll and slammed that refrigerator shut. This is when the doll falls into me, the force of the blow knocking it backwards into the center of me. I feel its pulse, its rhythm of its heart, the soothing draw of its breath. My memory mingles with something inside of the little head. I can see new green grass, streams full of fish, muddy rubber boots, a sky, and a world beyond the upstairs, downstairs, and basement of this place. How desperate I am to see more, to take all the memories inside of this doll and make them my own, expanding my knowledge and answering the secrets of of this existence. But it's only a few seconds between the push that closes the door and the doll landing harshly on the stone floor. It begins to wail, to sob, to mew like an injured kitten. I can hear the rest of them marching down the stairs, leaving a trail of light behind them. There was little time to flee, so I open all the cupboards at once, searching desperately for a corner of darkness to hide in before the electric light of the kitchen is switched on. That one didn't scare you at all? I'm glad you guys like that. I need to put on some Burt's Bees after that one. If you don't wear Burt's Bees, well, you're wrong. And I'll come and get you. Let me see. Just your average night. Remember to turn on the lights. Power cut. The piano song. Thousands. This isn't a story. Residual. Stairs. The vault of humanity. Restraint. The hunt. The window. Smile for me. Seaweed. Oh, that's got a pretty good rating. Who doesn't like seaweed? That stuff's good for you. She's cracking up and not listening to her stream. That's good. Did I mess up the stream? No. No, it's fine. This one's called Seaweed. My grandfather... Nope. Let me start that over. My grandmother grew up in the slums of Prohibition era Chicago. Her family lived in a small house near the harbor, and one of her earliest memories was of a particularly hot summer when, seeking respite, I'm having a real hard time, respite from the heat, she and her sisters discovered a seldom used section of boardwalk near an abandoned warehouse. Every night for several weeks, the two girls would make their way down to the docks and sit together on the edge of the pier as the sun went down. My grandmother vividly, and for a time fondly, recalled the feel of the seaweed between her toes as she and her sisters dangled their feet in the murky water. It wasn't until years later that she returned to the pier and found that the warehouse had been demolished. Curious, she made an inquiry to the Department of Planning and Development Apparently, the warehouse had been owned for a time by the mob, who was using it as a base of operations for local prostitution racket. It had only been uncovered when an associate began disposing of the rival hookers by fitting them with concrete shoes and dumping them into the harbor. Investigating officers had recovered nearly 2 dozen bodies from the waters of a secluded pier nearby. How had the bodies been discovered? A passing fisherman spotted some of the victims' hair floating near the surface of water, like seaweed. Ew. Just and like just think of that. Just oh. I went to page 35. Nope. Damn it. No. No. Don't go to page 35. It does not like that. 34. You son of a bitch. Let's try that again. Oh, it does not like when you click that button. You're trying to eat Chappy? Wait a second. I'm Chappy. I want to get one tattooed on me, but not my face. So who wants to hear Robert the Doll? I've told this story before, but I think it's a pretty good one. There's a skateboarder rolling down my apartment in shorts. What the fuck? Miss Mel, maybe you're hallucinating. You ever thought of that? This one's called Robert the Doll. This is a pretty famous creepypasta. So here goes. In the late 1800s, Thomas Otto and his family moved into the mansion at the corner of Eaton and Simerton Streets in Key West, Florida, now known as the Artist House. The Ottos were known to be stern with their servants, sometimes even mistreating them. It was the treatment of one such Haitian servant that provided a twist in this story. The woman was hired to take care of their son, Robert. One day, Miss Otto supposedly witnessed her practicing black magic in the backyard and fired her. Before she left, the woman gave Robert a lifelike doll which stood 3 feet tall, had buttons for eyes, human hair, believed to be Robert's, and was filled with straw. The doll that resembled the child Let me try that again. Dolls that resembled children were not unheard of during this time, but this one proved to be special. Robert named the doll after himself and often dressed it in his clothes. Robert the doll became his trustworthy companion. He took it with him on shopping trips into town. The doll had a seat at the dinner table where Robert would sneak in bites of food when his parents weren't looking. Robert would even tuck him into bed with the boy at night. Soon, this innocent relationship took on a strange nature. Soon after, Robert chose to be referred to by his middle name, Jean, after being scolded by his mother. He told her that Robert was the doll's name, not his. Jean was often heard in this story. Was often heard in the toy room having conversations with Robert. Jean would say something in his childish manner, and responses would be heard in a much lower voice. Sometimes Jean would become very agitated, worrying the servants and his mother. She would on occasion burst in to find her son cowering in a corner while Robert sat perched in a chair or on the bed glaring at him. This was only the beginning. Household objects would be found thrown across the room, Jean's toys turned up mutilated, and giggling could be heard. Whenever these unusual acts took place, Jean always said, "Robert did it." The boy took the punishment but always insisted that the blame was Robert's. As the mischief grew, more and more servants took their leave as new ones were hired. The Ottos' relatives felt it was time to do something. With the recommendation of a great aunt, Jean's parents removed Robert from the house and placed it in a box in the attic. This is where he resided for many years. After the death of his father, Jean willed his boyhood home. He was willed his boyhood home. He decided to live in the Victorian mansion with his new wife. Jean had become an artist and felt the house was spacious and would prove to be a place for him to paint. He went into the attic and dusted off his childhood toy. He became attracted to the doll despite his wife's displeasure. Jean would take the doll along with him everywhere he went. He even sat his favorite little chair while Jean and his wife slept nearby. The Tourette room became Robert's domain after Miss Otto moved him back to the attic. Their marriage slowly became sour until Miss Otto supposedly went insane and died for unknown reasons. Jean followed soon behind. Robert supposedly attacked people, sometimes locking him in the attic. People who passed by claimed to hear evil laughter coming from the turret room. For some time, Robert remained in the house by himself until a new family purchased the mansion and restored it. The doll was once again moved to the attic. This pleased it as much as the last time. The doll was often found throughout the house. On one certain night, Robert was found at the foot of the owner's bed giggling, with a kitchen knife in his hand. This was enough to send them fleeing from the home. Robert was later moved to the East Martello Museum in Key West, where he sits perched in a glass box. Despite his new living quarters, the doll is believed to not have given up his menacing ways. Visitors and employees claim that they have seen the doll move. His smile has been known to turn into a scowl. One employee cleaned Robert, turned off all the lights, and left for the night. The next day he returned to find the lights turned on, Robert sitting in a different position than the night before, and a fresh layer of dust on his shoes. Some say he'll even curse you. If you want to take a picture with him, you must ask politely. He'll tilt his head in permission. However, if he doesn't and you take the picture anyways, a curse will befall you and anyone who had accompanied you to the museum. The same will happen if you make fun of him. To this day, Robert remains at the East Martello Museum in his sailor suit, clutching his stuffed lion, continuing his menacing ways. Oh, with the menacing ways. A little Chappy doll. Yeah. Hmm. What else do we got? Hmm. How's everybody doing? Y'all having a good time? Alright, this one's called Human Echolocation. We'll see. I've been blind since birth. This, in and of itself, is not what this is about, but it's a crucial part of the story. Throughout my life, I've used lots of different kinds of assistive technology: braille keyboards, voice command apps, adapted smartphones. Recently, I tried human echolocation for the first time in my life. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a technique of emulating or emulating that of how bats find their prey in the dark by making clicking noises with the mouth. You're able to hear the sound bounce off objects it hits. In that way, see where the objects are. A friend of mine, let's call her Jay, had seen a couple videos of it on YouTube and asked me if I'd ever tried it. I told her I hadn't, though I had heard of it. Long story short, I decided to test it out. It took a lot of concentration at first, but after a few days I felt like I started getting the hang of it. The next time I met Jay, she sounded excited and congratulated me when I told her I was doing really well. Practice makes perfect, and I was able to avoid any major obstacles without much trouble. We went to the park, and Jay asked me to demonstrate what I could see around us with my current abilities. I laughed and told her that I'm not exactly Daredevil, but I'll give it a go. After a few clicks, I told her I thought there was a small wall in front of us to our left, and a tall thing in front of us. It was blurrier to me to make out, so I guess it was some kind of bush. Jay got quiet then, and had a hint of worry in her voice when she spoke again. Well, you're right about the wall, but there's nothing in front of us at all, just grass. I froze. I knew that I was just a beginner at this, but the sound clearly bounced off something. It was much taller than a person, and only a few steps in front of us. How could I have messed that up? What I heard. I decided to laugh it off with Jay, and I said that I apparently wasn't ready to go out and fight crime just yet. Feeling very uneasy, I hurried away from there and continued our walk. By the time she dropped me off at home, she seemed to have forgotten about it. I doubt I ever will. Not that creepy. What are you guys talking about? Julie just had a coronary. Sex dolls, yeah. There's my sex doll. Potatoes, yeah. Let's see what we got. They who have gone. Omnipotent. You're too slow. Here you go. Touch. Knock knock. Express. Don't turn your back. They could have just don't turn around. Two very excellent topics. Let's see here. We're finding some stories. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I can give you a scary story in 5 words. Let's see your creepy, scary story in 5 words. Living alone. Toilet water. Chappy, are you the father? What do you mean? I don't understand. That was 4 words. I live alone. Toilet's warm. I can give you a creepy story in 3. Don't turn around. That's all you need. Suits. Oh, don't tell me it's another poem. Yes, it is. Damn it. 5 words. Chappy, you are the father. Oh, my nose itches. Why would you awake suddenly, buried alive? Who goes to RedTube? Ew. It just sounds gross. This is called In the Shower. Have you ever been taking a shower while alone in the house and felt like something was moving around behind the curtain or watching you? Did you look up? Did you catch the very vaguest hint of eyebrows or a tuft of matted, greasy hair above the curtain rod? That's not a good